sometimes just foreplay. And that was
sometimes
great.
I'm like, skip it.
And
Give it to me. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Maybe I'm a Hoe. I'm your host, Chionne, and I cannot wait. I was like sweating, excited, ready for this episode, this taping, because I have Leo Amanse here. Leo is an energy healer, a mystic, a tarot card reader. Did I get? I want to make sure I got all that.
That's it. I think those are the main points.
Yes. But highlight on my personal tarot card reader. I've gone to Leo a bunch of times, and I want to bring you here so you can spread your talent. And we are going to have a love reading for all of the Zodiac signs. And so basically I'm going to have Leo kind of share what he sees for currently what's kind of going on with each sun sign, and then give a little peek into what's going to happen in 2025. And maybe we'll get some advice on how to manifest your best 2025 love life, energy, and all that stuff. So I know you guys do not want to hear from me. I know you want to jump straight in. So, Leo, this is your time to shine.
Yeah. So, Aries, I pulled for current relationship. If single, we got the Page of Pentacles. Take a more practical approach to finding or attracting a romantic partner. Set goals, set yourself a timeline, schedule time to go out, get on a dating app, be intentional, invest in yourself in your endeavor. And this is like current. This is like something you can do currently, or what you might already be doing. This is for Aries. Aries, in a relationship, use a pragmatic approach to your current relationship in order for it to thrive. Schedule quality time together, potentially start a business venture, be committed to each other since there's great potential in the union for the future. Invest in the relationship and each other. Page of Pentacles is always about a new opportunity, investing. When it comes to relationships, when you're single, it's about investing in yourself.
Yeah.
And like doing the things that you know you need to do if you're going to meet someone.
Yeah.
And then with the relationship, it's more about a pragmatic approach to the relationship in order for it to be stable and sustain.
So for the singles, it's more of a more simplistic approach towards love, and
it's
then
kind of like checklists. Like, if I were to meet someone, what are the things that I would need to do?
Right.
Go out, get on a dating app. I need to get my hair cut, my nails. Like, how do you prepare for what you're asking for?
And then for the relationship, it's more of a get your hands a little bit more dirty, invest more, and try to, I guess, build a bond past just that romance.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Especially Pentacles, Earth sign.
Yeah.
It's like, do we have a real foundation here?
Yeah.
Beyond I love you.
Yes.
Do I respect you?
Yeah.
Do I like you? Do we see eye to eye on certain things?
Yeah.
Are we building something together? You know, it's almost like, what's the point?
Yeah, because people love people, but you can love someone and not like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can love someone and not respect them.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Been there.
There is a lot of love with no respect.
Yes, absolutely.
So for 2025, I pulled the Emperor for Aries, which is great. There's probably 3 other signs that I pulled the card that actually represents the sign.
Interesting.
So I love that. Aries, Emperor is connected to Aries.
Yeah.
So for a single, you may attract an assertive, pragmatic, responsible, and disciplined partner. And that's why a practical approach to romance at this time could be beneficial for you. Inversely, activating and embodying these qualities of the Emperor could help you in attracting a partner that has been seeking those qualities in their partner. So it's about attracting the Emperor type or becoming the Emperor type and attracting someone that's been looking for their kind of Emperor. And this applies again to male and female energy. The Emperor is just very assertive and the king, does what he wants, does it the way he wants to do it.
Got you. Okay.
Same for female energy. And this is for Aries fire, like, use your aggressive and or assertive energy to prioritize yourself and your needs like it's a competition. Because some people have a lot, do you. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Like, I'm tired of focus on me. I'm like, no. You need to do you better than other people.
Yeah, like
can
you're
do
competing
them.
against other people doing them.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And like, does it always have to be that way? No, but like, I'm talking to my Aries out here. You like to win. You like to be first. So win the game of self-love.
Oh.
Be first at taking the best care of yourself.
Oh, nice.
You know, like win the game of glow up. Who's going to have the biggest glow up? I mean, you can't be Capricorn, but you can try. You should try.
Period. Look, shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
Yes.
Like you tried.
You tried. And we're here for that. Moving on to Taurus. I pulled the World for current, and that's endings and new beginnings. If single, this could mean that the world is about to open up for you in terms of attracting a partner. This could be the end of being single and the start of dating again. The World is like the last card in the tarot spread. So it's very much like everything's coming to a culmination, things are ending, and new things are about to begin. And there's a lot of cards that are about endings and new beginnings to a degree, but this one is like the ultimate. Like, it's really the end of an age. In relationship, you're either reached a milestone and you're about to take the relationship to the next level, or that you've both reached the end of the bond and it's time for a mutual ending.
Wow.
Either way, something is ending to give way to a new beginning.
Which is so interesting because Taurus isn't the most open to change.
Absolutely. And so with this World card, it's like all of you get ready because things are either going to like leave and change. I mean, they're going to change no matter what. But new things are going to come in, and it's time to take stock.
Yeah.
So then with 2025 potential, we have the Ace of Wands. If single, this could mean a new relationship is on the horizon for you, one that's filled with fiery passion and moves very quickly. It's very interesting for Taurian energy.
Yeah.
I think we have some dichotomy of energies happening because the universe is wanting us to grow and mature and change. And so it's like, hey, I'm going to bring in something very swiftly for like a very slow moving sign. But these are positive indication. The World is positive, and the Ace of Wands is like you getting your power back. In a relationship, it could mean that you're both entering a new phase together and things are passionate, exciting, and intense. So for Taurus, those were both really great indications that things should be kind of coming to a head now.
Yeah.
In positive ways, though. With the World, it's not like a tower ending or anything like that. This is like, no, it's just time. It's just time to end this and to start this. If there are struggles in the relationship, the advice is to let go of past grievances and frustrations and focus on the future and ways to move forward together. Let me be still and listen to truth in silence. And with all this exciting energy coming your way, things ending and new things beginning, a fire lit within yourself, this is a reminder to take a breath and be present with your body in order to connect with whatever is true for you. It's easy to be charmed and seduced with the words and feelings into believing something, but your breath and your body will always lead you in the right direction for your benefit. Be still and listen. Gemini reading was a little rough, so Gemini's
I'm not surprised. It's a Gemini reading.
And I love Gemini.
I love Gemini too.
I love Gemini, but I'm like, I'm sorry. So we had the Eight of Swords currently. If single, and that's like the overthinking card. If single and struggling to find a partner, make sure you're not shooting yourself in the foot by adhering to a rigid criteria. Must be this tall, must drive this, must have this specific job. Don't set yourself up for failure by creating unrealistic expectations.
That is a Gemini. They search for perfection and they get the ick very quickly.
Very quickly. So this is just kind of like, hey, temper your expectations a little bit. In a relationship, take time to consider how trapped or free you feel in this dynamic. You may be feeling that you're staying together because you feel bound to this person, or there's nothing better for you out there, or you can't stand on your own. Decide whether
that's a word.
That's what I was like.
That's nasty work.
You this. Decide whether you're self-sabotaging because of low self-esteem, or if you really would be better off without your current romantic partner.
Wow.
Are you with this person because you think no one else will love you?
Wow.
Or is this really what you want?
Some of y'all might feel attacked right now, but this comes with the love because you needed to hear this.
So much love. So much Capricorn.
Yes.
Hard, direct.
Love.
Then we have the Five of Swords for 2025. If single, you may encounter problems with dating and finding a romantic partner if you continue to bow to the demands of others for love and acceptance. Or perhaps you're being too aggressive and selfish in conveying your needs to others. So there could be opposite extremes, whether it's like obsessive people pleasing.
Okay.
Okay. To the point where you're losing yourself. You don't even know who you are or what you want anymore. Some people have taken it really far with like, these are my demands.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so glad that you reached a place of self-empowerment.
Yeah.
But there's like other people here too. In a relationship, you may experience high levels of tension and potentially a fight or a fallout, exchanging hurtful words and sentiments in order to course correct and heal the bond. You must learn and understand and respect each other's personal perspectives. Take accountability for harsh words spoken and humble yourself enough to apologize and express your genuine regret.
That's hard for them. Apologize?
Like, can you do that? Owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. Love this because sometimes a true show of your personal power is your ability of restraint. Your ability to bite your tongue, to not come down with full force when it's not productive to do so, to hold back using your power in negative ways will inspire others to use their power productively too, by seeing your embodied example of how to do so. Never be afraid to shine, but always remember that others are watching and learning from you. You decide what owning your power means. Okay? So for the people who are kind of on a power trip, I'm like, I finally found myself.
Yeah.
Don't steamroll people.
Yeah.
Other people are trying to find themselves too.
Yeah.
And they could really learn from you if you had a little bit more grace and flexibility.
Yeah, because you attract more bees with honey.
Yes.
So you have to be careful with your approach and how you put yourself out there, because you can be saying the right thing, but the way you're saying it will repel people and they won't receive it properly.
And especially Geminis who can have a tendency to maybe like be a know-it-all. You need to start collecting more information about yourself and others equally. Cancer. I pulled Judgment for currently. If single, you're being encouraged to take time for deep self-reflection about how you want to change your approach to love and romance. A new way of being, thinking, and taking action in your relationships is dawning on you. A new intention is brewing within you. Now start thinking about ways to transform your new intent to action. Judgment is always a big card of like, it's time to rise up and do what your soul has been guiding you to do. Okay. And in this regard, this is like approaching relationships and romance differently. Whether it's too romanticized and idealistic and you need to maybe ground it in some reality, like we need to edit our relationship with romance.
So even if that means making a hard decision.
Even like if that makes making a hard decision. Judgment, when that card is pulled for you, it means that everything that's kind of happening right now was always going to happen.
Yeah, okay.
So in a relationship, you and your partner may be hitting a make or break period. It's time to have an honest, maybe difficult conversation about whether or not your values still align and whether the bond is still worth it. You may also ask for a sign. So this is another thing with Judgment. It's very divine card. You may also ask a sign and see if the divine intervention can make it clear as day whether this is working anymore or not. When Judgment is pulled, it will be made very clear to you.
That's so funny because I have a Cancer in my life that
needs to Don't allow yourself to be swept away in the excitement of finding love. If something feels off, trust that at face value. Dig a little deeper under the surface. Be vigilant against deception from others, but most importantly, don't make a habit of lying to yourself. That's one of my affirmations for just myself. Again, you can borrow this, my little perception hacks, but no one can lie to me.
Yes.
No one can lie to me.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever been deceived is when I have lied to myself. Because almost always I'll feel it.
Because the funny thing is like when you know someone's lying to you and you convince yourself otherwise and then the truth comes out, you end up being mad at yourself more than that person because you're like, I knew better.
In a relationship, be cautious of emotional issues such as depression and anxiety having a negative impact on your relationship. Emotional manipulation is like Cancer's specialty.
Oh, Lord. Jesus.
So that's the other side that I'll say too, is like, just be careful that like your depression, anxiety isn't putting a damper on your relationship, but also make sure you're not using your feelings to manipulate someone into doing and saying all the things that you want them to do and say. There could be new information that surfaces about your partner that may create fear in the union or change your perception of your partner and your relationship. The moon reveals secrets. It can light the path before you, but it can also create fear and emotional unrest. With that combination, judgment in the moon is like we're shining a light on things that you were not privy to before. And it's time to rise up and believe the truth. So moving on to Leo, I pulled the 5 of Wands. If single, you may be experiencing issues with competition and aggressive energy. You may realize how much competition there is for gaining and keeping someone's attention or affection, or that you're having to deal with very aggressive people around you. Perhaps you have someone fiercely competing with you for a specific person's affection, and they see you as a threat and treat you as such. So that's the current influence right now.
It's funny because Leo has a very interesting relationship with competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like they don't like it, but if they're faced with it, they face it head on and they're like, this is me, I'm winning this. They are competitive. They have a competitive nature.
And I would say like the Leo competitive spirit is very similar to the Capricorn competitive spirit. I feel like if you would ask a Leo or a Capricorn if they were competitive, we'd right off the bat probably say like, I don't need to compete.
Exactly. I don't need to.
I don't need to. But if you're challenging me, I will win.
I will win, and I'm not sorry.
And I was always gonna win.
I was meant to win. I was always going to win.
Born to win.
And shame on you for thinking that you could face me.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
In a relationship, there could be increased levels of conflict right now, potential arguments, but in order to not let them get too extreme and destructive, make sure to genuinely listen to each other and provide a safe space for each other to get things off your chest. It can be uncomfortable to say or hear certain things, but it can also pave the way for healing and better understanding. Ace of Pentacles for 2025 for Leos. If single, you may meet a potential suitor at work, a work-related event, or someone with similar career goals that works in the same industry as you. Maybe you meet someone new at a job opportunity. There is potential for meeting someone new, but it's likely to come when you're focused on prioritizing your own financial and material needs. This is for 2025. It's like, hey, be about your coins, and then you might also just run into love
at the same time. Just balance it.
And I feel like very strong because I keep seeing this vision of someone like watching this Leo person in awe as they get their bag. And then being like, wow, like I want to be with that person. So it's like you focusing on your bag, is the real way that you're going to attract that partner. In a relationship, you both may go into a new business venture together, start new jobs together, or at the same time, or merge finances in order to move in together or take steps to come together more physically and materially. So now we move on to Virgo. We have the King of Pentacles for current influence. The King of Pentacles, if single, you may currently be with a partner who is older than you, a loyal and committed partner, a great provider, good-natured, but does not allow their authority to be disputed. They are the king of their castle and expected to be treated as such. If you do encounter this type of partner and you want to pursue a relationship with them, learn to trust them and allow them to provide for you and take the lead. They are built for it after all. Which is very interesting. It's current influence for Virgo, like not hard. It's kind of be difficult for them to let go of control.
Yeah.
But if you have a partner like this, the King of Pentacles, trust this grounded individual that I won't even say demands, that commands respect. In a relationship, your partner may desire to commit more in the union with a proposal of marriage or starting a family. Your partner has high expectations for you and the family and can be rigid and stern to a fault and seeks to approach romance steadily and can be very predictable for the sake of stability. So that's another thing to recognize too, is like, oh, my partner's kind of like boring. I'm like, is he boring or stable? And if you want that whirlwind, like you might have to leave your current very stable partner and maybe go fuck around and find out. Then we have for 2025 potential for Virgos, the Page of Cups. If single, a new relationship may be on the way. It'll come as a pleasant surprise. It could be dreamy and romantic, like a high school crush or even a one-sided romance. This kind of encounter and bond will make you feel young again. It's like schoolgirl crush energy. Page of Cups is like,
Oh, I love that.
it's like when you enjoy having a crush.
Oh, I
It's
love
when
that
you have a crush at work
phase.
and you're like getting ready again.
Yeah.
You get up 2 hours early to get ready for work
For your
that
work
one
husband.
person.
Yeah. And then your real husband's in bed, look slob on his face, looking crazy. Yeah.
Don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
But if in relationship, your partner may surprise you with romantic gifts and show their appreciation for you. You both can renew romance in your union by allowing yourselves to connect with your inner child. Surprise each other with spontaneous acts of love and kindness. Prioritize having fun together and allow yourselves to act like your childlike selves again and together. This could be a little hard sometimes with Virgo to let the inner child run wild and be a little messy. But it's also kind of necessary if you want to have that tender, lifelong love. You know, you got to let your inner child out. Now we have Libra. Libra, for current influence in relationship, if single, was the 9 of Wands. If single, you may be recovering from being hurt by a romantic partner in the past. You may realize you still carry scars from the past, and that pain you experienced before is now potentially influencing your search for love. Wow. Maybe your guard is up. Maybe you're more distrusting than before. Maybe even a bit standoffish with potential suitors. Allow yourself to have faith and trust in love again. You may feel battered and bruised, but you are not broken. And if in a relationship, be mindful of always being in defense mode and acting defensively with your partner. Learn to sincerely listen to each other's opinions and perspectives. Don't hide any part of yourself from your partner as to not generate any distrust between you two. I say that for Libras because as much as people will say Geminis are two-faced, Libra also has, you know, I think all of the air signs are very dual-natured. And I think everyone to a degree is dual-natured, but especially Libras, I'm like, you have got the charming version of you that you have created that everyone loves. Yeah. And then there's the real you.
Yeah. And the thing is, the difference between Libra's two-face and Gemini's two-face is Gemini's two-face, you'll see both faces.
You'll see them.
Libras, they'll hide one of them until it's time for you to see. And then you're like, whoa, I don't even know who you are.
Yes. Yeah. I would even say like Libra, all the Libras I know, like secretly can throw down. Like, you talk about any of these zodiacs who will beat your ass, a Libra can and will beat your ass, and you won't know that they can. You would never know.
Because you're so used to like the charismatic social butterfly one that's like friendly with everybody.
Exactly.
And you don't know like that rage side.
And the instincts.
Yes.
Again, that the reason why they're able to like form an identity that you love is because they're also very analytical. They're watching everything. Okay, cool. If I behave this way. But think about that if they're fighting you. They're gonna catch you off guard. They're gonna have been watching your body movements.
Yeah, they're gonna know you're about to jab.
Don't hide any part of yourself from your partner so that you don't create distrust between you two. If there's one person in the world that can know both sides of you, it should be, or it could be your partner if you want it to be. Even though the relationship may have challenges, you and or your partner are committed to the union long term and will stand by each other even through the difficult times. So 2025, this is a beautiful one. This is one of the good ones for Libra, if single. 4 of Wands, which is the card of marriage. If single, 2025 has the potential to find someone that will make you happy. The relationship could be stable and have a lot of future potential. This would be a union that friends and family would support and encourage, and they may also be very family and home oriented themselves. Someone to celebrate life with. If in a relationship, 2025 brings in the potential for engagement, marriage, renewal of vows, or any ceremony, celebration of love, the potential for creating a home together and or starting a family. Make time to celebrate your union with friends, family, and loved ones. That one's really important. There's no such thing as a mistake. Everything happens in divine order. I am being guided to learn and grow. And this is just give yourself more grace for your mistakes. What you do either works or you learn what doesn't. It's all part of the course. You're always headed in the right direction when you're learning something new and growing as a result. You're always right on time when you allow yourself to believe in divine timing.
Nice.
So this is just a huge, again, more perception hacks when You're not making mistakes if you're learning. You're not ever late when you believe that everything happens in divine timing.
Yeah.
So this is where, this is where beliefs are important to start curating, because they perpetuate your reality.
Yeah.
Okay, Scorpio. We have the Two of Pentacles. If single, you may be juggling multiple commitments that are leaving very little room or time to invest in romance or a relationship right now. Get clear about what your current priorities are. If you long for a romantic partner, then prioritize time to get out there and find them, or give them the opportunity to find you. So in a relationship, you and your partner might be having issues finding time and energy for each other. One or both of you is prioritizing other responsibilities and work over your partner, and they may feel neglected. This is an issue that will persist and grow if you don't address it now. Make time to come together and plan out time for the things you want to do with each other outside of your other commitments. Okay? And then we have Justice for 2025 for Scorpio. If single, it's time for you to make a definitive decision about whether it's your current priority to pursue a romantic relationship or not, and then act accordingly. This is about cause and effect. What are you doing that will lead to romantic union? You get what you give. So if you want love, start sharing your love with others.
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect. Justice is like a huge karma card. It's really straightforward. It has to do with legal matters a lot too. So like, it's funny when I pull justice in a reading with someone, they'll either be like, yeah, because they're on the side of justice and they can feel like finally things are going to be rectified. And then some people get nervous and I'm like, oh, did you do something?
Because now you might be on the other end of
You're
that.
on the other end. Yeah. Are you afraid of the effects of your cause? In a relationship, it's decision time about whether your current relationship is right for you or not. You have all the information you need now. Again, justice. This is like, I have all the receipts. I got all the data. I'm not going to pretend like I need to keep figuring it out or playing this game. This is like, it's decision time because you know. Both you and your partner need to have the ability and desire to take accountability for your own actions, especially those of the past. Positive indications could involve signing legal documents with each other. Lord. Marriage, a home, lease, a prenup.
Oh, God. I have a Scorpio girlfriend right now, and I'm like, please, just... she stresses me out sometimes. So when you talk about legal stuff, I'm like, man,
And that's for 2025. Yeah. Things could come up when you're about to, like, merge finances, and your partner could be like, what's this?
Exactly.
So that's what that is. It's like, kind of get your ducks in a row. Like, you're asking for this. Like, did you clean the skeletons out of your closet?
Protect yourself, too.
And protect yourself.
Yeah.
Is I breathe calmly and easily. I am safe in this moment. And my interpretation, you can collapse time by focusing on your breath. Remember that a calm nervous system will allow you to feel safe within yourself no matter the circumstances. From this place of calm and safety, you can go anywhere and accomplish anything. So like you were saying, protect yourself, be safe. This was like, breathe, take time to breathe. So with Scorpio, I know Scorpios and Scorpio risings get a reputation for being like edgy, sharp, and all that stuff. This is reminding you that like, why don't we focus more on like the siren, mysterious version of Scorpio? Breathing deeply, handling our affairs, and letting things come to us. Yeah. You know?
Yes.
Rather than, again, Scorpio can be the scorpion.
Yeah. That's interesting you said that because the same Scorpio friend, I always say like they're very reactive, but based off emotion.
Yes.
And just in the moment. And there are times where I'm like, girl, you did all of that.
You did all of
for
that.
a very little return. And you could have just paid it dust. And you would have been fine and got a better return.
And like you said, that emotional trigger.
Yeah.
And then boom.
Yeah, just chill.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Again, there's so many different ways to describe the archetypes, but you are either the scorpion who is emotionally triggered and reacts and wastes a lot of energy and gets nothing in return, or you're the siren. Yeah. And you're chilling in the bathtub.
Yeah, there's power in that.
And you're luxuriating and you're singing and your words are being well received because you're being gentle with them. When you pull back and you deliver words with a different energy, they're actually received. When I have delivered, and it depends on the person, okay? Like an earth sign, I can deliver. In fact, I remember in our reading, you were like, you need to tell me.
Yeah,
and I was like,
give
okay.
it to me.
But then some people need it
Yeah.
Soft and slow.
I like to say I'm like sex. I'm like raw. Just put it in there. No lube, no nothing. And some people need foreplay.
And I'm a foreplay boy.
Some people need foreplay.
Sometimes just foreplay. And that was great.
Sometimes I'm like, skip it. Give it to me.
Oh my God, that's so funny. We're opposites. I'm like, sometimes that foreplay was fun. We're done now, right? But yeah, gentle approach and let things come to you. Okay, Sagittarius. Current influence, 5 of Pentacles. I hate this card. So if single, you might be feeling lonely and isolated right now. Not much happening in your romantic or dating life. Not feeling like you have any options or prospects. You may have less money right now to go out and socialize. And it's funny with Sagittarius because they almost never have money.
Yeah.
They're out traveling the world.
But they love nice things.
They love nice things.
Yeah.
They love nice experiences, but they'll spend all their money on the experience, which is fine. It's just like then there'll be some lulls where you have to make money again before you go travel the world. Yeah. So to go out and socialize and meet anyone new, it can be easy to fall into despair. On the positive side, this too shall pass. It's not forever. Nothing is forever, neither the good or the bad. The advice is to avoid feeling bad for yourself and perpetuating a false and negative reality where you are always the victim. Don't kick yourself when you're already down. Just allow the feelings to pass and prepare yourself to be surrounded by love again. Practice being happy again on your own, and then you'll attract people who would like to join you in your happiness. 5 of Pentacles shows like a person standing outside a church in the snow, and they're like crippled, and they're like, someone help me. But like the church is right there. And if you knocked on the door, they would let you in. Yeah. And so it is the card of like, you feel isolated and alone and in despair, but there are people who have been like, I'll help you. And you're like, no.
Not that type of help.
I'll love you, not you.
Yeah. Beggars being choosers.
Yes.
Wow.
It's not helping you. Yeah. It's actually annoying everyone around you. Yeah. It's actually hurting the feelings of the people who are showing up for you. And you're like, nobody shows up for me. Like, I'm here, bitch. You know what? I'm gone now. Yeah. You know, that's like, I'm like, don't let that despair and that illusion persist, because it's not real, and if you continue to perpetuate it, it will become real, and you'll piss off everyone around you, and they'll let you be alone for real. In relationship, you may be experiencing a rough patch with your partner. One or both of you are hurting and have been feeling lonely and isolated, maybe even neglected by the other. Financial difficulties could also be putting a significant strain on the relationship. Now is the time for an open conversation and to share compassion with each other during these heavy times. So with 5 of Pentacles influence, everyone's depressed, everyone's feeling like a victim. The best thing to do is hold space for each other and try to guide each other back to the belief that like we're not victims here. Yeah. So then we have, for the potential for 2025, we have the Knight of Swords, which this has a new energy to it than it did before. And the Knight of Swords is usually kind of like an aggressive, assertive person. But in a romance reading, like, I was reading it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of my type. Like, so the Knight of Swords, if single, you may be feeling ambitious in your search for a romantic partner, feeling romantic and restless to find new love. Representing a potential partner, it suggests that an attractive and sexually appealing person is entering your life. They are charismatic, energetic, highly intellectual, even though they may come off as quite overbearing or assertive. So I love that for single Sagittarians out there. You might find your match. Yeah. That's kind of what it seems like. Yeah. In a relationship, you may be moving very quickly with plans with your romantic partner. We were just talking about this. I love it. You may have even just met or you've been together for a short while, but you're already talking about moving in together, meeting the parents, getting engaged, or even having children. It might be fun to progress things quickly, but also, what's the rush? Be mindful and be sure to fully understand the consequences of your actions as you move forward together.
I know such too well.
My kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. And there's a quote I really love. It's, when you smile, the world smiles back. So remember that being kind and spreading kindness is a powerful life hack that then causes the universe to return the favor. Even in your darkest moments of despair, find a way to smile and see how the universe reaches into your heart and lifts your spirits again. The kindness you give others is a powerful gift for them, and the kindness you receive from them is just as powerful for you. Okay, you ready for Capricorn?
Oh, wait.
We finally made it. And it was a nice one. So
okay,
like,
good.
Are you sure?
This gives me hope. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me.
Okay.
Okay, so for current influence for single, we got the 10 of Pentacles. If single, you are well aware that you desire a committed, long-term romantic relationship in which you feel secure and confident. You need to allow for new relationships to develop at their own pace. Try to be more flexible with your expectations, particularly in the beginning stages of meeting someone. So 10 of Pentacles is a great influence. It's a culmination of like resources and it's really a card of like coming together with family and celebrating abundance. But in an individual, this is very much like it's so typical of Capricorn, but it's like it's time for you to be honest with yourself about the fact that you want long-term commitment.
Yeah.
And that you're ready to build a life with someone and that you want to have all those nice things with someone. 10 of Pentacles shows like a whole family having a gathering. There's like 2 dogs, there's wine and good food. This is like the good life.
Yeah.
You know? Prosperity. And that bottom line being Pentacles is like that financial abundance, and that you want that financial abundance with someone, and you want it long term. And then in relationship, you could be at a point in your committed long-term relationship where things are culminating to a completion through marriage, buying a house, living together, or sharing a family together, something that signifies that you have both brought together all of your inner services and creating something special together. Inner resources and creating something special together. Again, it's a culmination. It's like, I got 5 Pentacles, you got 5 Pentacles, we're gonna put it together and we're gonna have this grandiose life. So then we have this one was long because I'm really happy about it, but 7 of Pentacles, if single, for 2025 potential. This is a great card. If single, you are definitely on the right path to finding your ideal partner in relationship.
Okay.
However, it may end up taking a bit longer than you expected.
I don't have time.
Remain patient as you continue to search for someone that fits your criteria. Be open to making adjustments as you learn new things about yourself and your values as you meet and connect with new people along the way. One thing leads to another. One person leads to another. You are on a journey, so enjoy the ride. And of course, course correct as you go. This journey is just as much about finding the ideal romantic partner as it is about becoming the ideal a partner for another. Both are happening simultaneously. This process cannot be rushed. So again, enjoy the ride and make sure you're paying attention and taking notes so you can pass the pop quizzes that come along the way. This is about stop seeing all your dating experience and the people that you've fallen in love with and out of love with. Stop seeing those as failures.
Yeah.
We need to cut that out. There's no such thing as a mistake.
Yeah.
You've learned.
Yeah.
You've collected more data. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Okay, I'm not going to go for that again.
Yeah.
So start seeing this journey as like you're getting closer, because maybe your dating and your relationships are a little less messy, even though they're not the one. Like it's maybe less dramatic these days because you don't entertain as much because you've collected a lot of data.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? I really sat back and I'm like, wow, my dating life is non-existent. I have nothing going on. And I realize it's because my attention span is shorter. My tolerance for bullshit is a lot shorter. And I'm just like, I don't even see a red flag. I'll see an orange flag. And I'm like,
okay.
I don't need to see the rest of this movie. I've already seen it enough. So that resonates for sure.
We're all going to be like wasting less of our time.
Yeah.
So again, I know it's like, this is what you want. It's going to take a little longer than you thought. It's going to take a little longer than you thought because you're still collecting a little bit more data. Okay. You're still getting really good at being unfuckwithable. But then also you're still becoming the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And think of it this way, like you want the timing to be right. I don't know, maybe you've experienced this too. Maybe a lot of us have. I've definitely felt that way. I've felt this way about my current kind of partner, that we like met at the wrong time. In a relationship, it's time to see your current partner as someone who is worthy of your time and energy. And for both of you to understand that you're investing in each other and the relationship for the long term. Build a solid foundation for this long-term union that will stand the test of time. See your partner and your union with new eyes, seeing all the potential you both have individually as well as together. So again, if you're in a relationship, this is saying like you're both on the right path, and start seeing your partner as a really good investment. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. And this is just a reminder to affirm that you are welcoming healthy and loving relationships, keeping in mind that you have had enough of your fair share of toxic and fear-based relationships. A romantic relationship either adds to your health or takes away from it. And a relationship based in love can help you learn and grow, while a relationship based in fear, like fear of not finding better and settling, can shrink your self-worth day by day. Okay, Aquarius. Current influence, Four of Swords. If single, you may be experiencing a lull in romantic activity or pursuits. Take advantage of this period of low activity to get crystal clear about what you are wanting to call into your life in regards to a romantic partner and a partnership. Take this time to rest and recharge and get ready for what's to come. Rest while you can. I love this because Four of Swords is literally the card of rest. This card of rest is always like, I'm telling you to rest because this is your opportunity to rest before you're about to be really busy.
Oh, okay.
I liken it to whenever you are on like spring, fall, winter, or summer break, and you did all the things, and then you finally come back to school, and you're like, damn, I'm tired. I wish I just slept.
Yeah.
I could have slept in my whole vacation. Instead, I was staying up late and getting up early, and I was trying to do the most.
Yeah.
And now here I am, and I actually have a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
It's my junior year of high school, and I'm put all my fucking credits in this year, and now I wish I slept during my break. So this is just like, if you're being told to rest by the Four of Swords, rest. Do it. In a relationship, you may be feeling disconnected from your partner, and that's okay. Take the space and time that you need, but be sure to have open communication with your partner about what you're thinking and how you're feeling so they understand completely. It's okay to step back from the relationship to revitalize your own energy before you come back ready to engage and connect with your significant other. So again, in a relationship, it's also like, if you're feeling like things are not so great, go fucking take a nap.
Yeah.
Take a little weekend vacation. Get away from each other for a second. Be alone with your thoughts. Rest. Come back. You'll realize, oh, I was just tired.
Yeah.
The Knight of Cups. This is a beautiful romantic card. So this is for 2025 for Aquarius. If single, you may be swept off your feet by an attractive knight in shining armor type. Someone romantic and who wants to win over your heart and impress you. They may need nurturing, so words of affirmation and validation will be well received by them. The bond may not necessarily last forever, so enjoy this whirlwind romance while you can.
Okay.
I love that too for Aquarius, because when I saw that, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, that's my Capricorn. Aquarius would love to hear that. Like, someone's going to sweep you off your feet and then leave you alone.
Yeah.
I have an Aquarius moon.
Okay, I can have my bed to myself
Yes.
again. Okay, cool.
Like, I feel such a weirdo, but my Aquarius moon is like, it's turns me on to be left alone. I'm like, you haven't talked to me all day? Ooh. I love that. Okay, this one's one of my longer ones. In a relationship for Aquarius, Knight of Cups, for 2025, you're most likely in a very romantic phase of your relationship. You may have just moved in together and are experiencing the honeymoon phase and a blissful time where you can take new steps forward. If there are challenges, find ways to romance and bring each other back into harmony with the union. There could also be another. This one was very interesting. There could also be another person outside of your union who's trying to woo you and win you over as well. Just be mindful that you're not over romanticizing the situation and be cognizant of the costs of your actions. Be wary of daydreaming and being too idealistic of your relationship, your partner, and or this other person outside the union. Try to see things as they really are and not necessarily as you would like them to be. That I found very interesting.
Messy.
I was like, you might have an opportunity to be really messy,
but don't.
Just decide if that's what you want to do or not. Okay. Is it worth it? You know, like if you're in a relationship with but this doesn't really. do what you want. But Aquarians, all the Aquarians I know, I'm like, you always have eyes on you, admirers. So like, entertain them or not, just know that what you currently have and what is coming your way is going to be beautiful. It's going to feel really good, but it may be fleeting.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason why I'm like, I'm not going to
Keep
tell
that
you to
in
be
mind.
loyal. I'm going to tell you to explore your options.
Yeah.
If the suitors are coming your way after this respite, after you've been, told to rest and nothing's happening, then I totally get it. You might want to play around a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel that, because this Knight of Cups energy is they also might want to play around. It might not be heartbreaking for you to end things. They probably were going to end things too and move on to the next thing.
Okay. So it'll be mutual.
Yeah. Okay. And then so the oracle advice was, I honor my self-worth by asking for what I want. Take time to connect with your authentic self and desires. Have courage to know what you really want, and then be bold enough to ask for it. Ask and you shall receive. But let's start asking for the things you truly want, and not just what you think is possible or what you think you deserve. You are worthy and deserving of anything and everything that you have the courage to ask for. Okay, final sign, Pisces. We have the Eight of Pentacles, current influence if single. If single, you are committed to finding the right romantic partner. And you're currently preparing yourself to receive them. Preparing by getting clear about how you prefer to give and receive love, what you require in a relationship, and the ongoing self-improvement practices that will help you be the best partner that you can be as well. I have some things to say about Pisces, so I will just highlight the self-improvement practices are really important, so you can be the best for your partner as well in a relationship.
Just like Gemini.
Yeah. Like, you need to do this. You need to do the work too.
Yeah.
In a relationship, both you and your partner are committed to each other and the union for the long haul. You're both investing in each other and in the union itself, and you're on the right track. And you both know what you need to do to have a healthy and stable relationship. So continue to have faith in this bond. Eight of Pentacles is that guy like working on it's mainly a card about like fine-tuning your craft and mastery. So when we have it in a relationship, it's like, are you fine-tuning yourself? Are you mastering yourself? Do you have self-control? When you get upset and do property damage.
We got specific.
And I know people will listen and laugh because I'm like, it's something it's a very common denominator. I'm like, Pisces, when Pisces get mad, it's really, it's
That's
scary.
demon time.
That's why I said, like, I think like Cancer, Pisces, Libra,
Libras
are
too.
going to be the most dangerous
when they're mad. I can see that for Pisces though, because they're kind of very emotionally unstable, especially the men.
They're all so beautiful though. So look, I know I'm talking shit about you, Pisces. I have my grievances, but it's because you guys are so alluring. You're beautiful.
Is that why? Or are they just a little ill?
They're definitely ill. But like, how did I find myself in bed with you when I have better judgment? And it's because you're pretty. They're always in a nice package.
Got it.
I'm like,
That's
I would have
the
never
allure.
known. That's the allure.
Yeah,
You
okay.
drew me in. I saw you were mentally ill.
Yeah. I'm like, I can fix you.
I can fix this.
Pretty baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You need to fix yourself. 10 of Cups for 2025. Single. 10 of Cups is great, though. 2025, to create a happy and long-lasting relationship throughout the year, you're seeking committed relationship. You're encouraged to seek and find your fairy tale romance and story. And it's great for Pisces because that's what they want. And then in a relationship, you may be experiencing a very harmonious period together, building on a strong emotional foundation that already exists between you two.
Well, I definitely want to have you back for another reading eventually with time. Let's let 2025 air out and maybe we can get a refresher, catch up. But that was our episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you follow, subscribe. We are on TikTok and Instagram at the MIAH podcast. And then, Leo, shout out your handles and everywhere where people can find you.
I'm really just on Instagram, and you can find me at Leo Amanse. And I will try to get on there and be on there more.
You guys, thanks for tuning in again, and we will see you next week. Bye.